So let us begin with breakfast. We have got the muesli au chocolat. I think I've put a little bit too much water in it, but, you know, whatevs. We've got oats and seeds and chocolate chips, and they look like very nice, dark, high-quality chocolate chips. Let's have a go. I'm not the biggest fan of muesli, but that's actually quite good. I like that. It's oaty, it's nice, the chocolate adds a lot to it. It's like a very oaty flapjack that's been dipped in milk, I suppose. No, and finished that quite happily. That's really nice. Curious as to what all the little pieces in it are though, but nice. Whatever. Then we've got our breakfast biscuits. We've got the sugared ones and the cereal ones. Let's just try them on their own. They don't really taste like anything. They have a vague taste of oats, like a vague cereal-y taste, but they really don't taste of much. So I think they'll benefit from the jam. I just noticed that's called Andros. That's like the boss in Lilac Wars, or Star Fox if you're in America. It's very watery jam. Maybe I should have kneaded it up a bit first. No, that's better. There was just a lot of water in the top. There we go, that's better. Some proper jam on our biscuits. Fairly decent jam, what you'd expect from a packet, I suppose. It's very continental. This is the sort of thing you'd get in a hotel in Europe. Or in the UK, actually. You quite often get jam and things like that to put on your toast. Let's try the sugared one. Very soft, that one. Very soft. Trying to work out what the little black bits are. There's some sort of oat. It's definitely not chocolate. There's no chocolate taste to it at all, so it's not chocolate. Yeah, I prefer these ones because these have actually got added sugar. And they actually have a flavour, unlike these ones. So we'll try a bit of jam on this one as well. Just a little. Perfectly acceptable. Very nice breakfast biscuits. I could see those to be more of an on-the-go thing. So the muesli and stuff, you'd sit down and eat that proper with your spoon. These, probably just keep them in your pocket and eat them as and when for an energy boost. Speaking of energy boost, we've got these two energy bars. With the Bar Energy, Peach, and Quinoa Cafe, which will be coffee. I will probably try the one I like the sound of the least first. This one. When I've finished eating this biscuit, because it is like it's an everlasting biscuit. It's just not going away. Right, we'll try this one first, because I really don't like coffee. It's quite hard. There's some flex to it. I'm trying to think what it reminds me of. Stinks of coffee. What is quinoa? Is it some sort of grain? Actually, the coffee flavour is quite subtle. It's there, but I'd say there's less coffee flavour in that than there is in most like coffee chocolates, coffee sweets, things like that. It's palatable. At a push, I would eat that. And the longer you chew it, the more it tastes like coffee. I take back everything I just said. Yeah, that can go away. That's awful. This one is very similar texture, but it's slightly more sticky, I guess. It's soft and, well, it's not flexible at all, as you can see. It's just broke in my hand. Let's have a go. Oh, it smells like peach fromage frais. My dream is for this to just taste like peach fromage frais that's been hardened. And it kind of does. It kind of does. With like a strange... There's like some weird oats and stuff in it. And there's like a strange glucosey chemical taste to it. That would be the energy part of it, being an energy bar and all. But it genuinely does taste like peach fromage frais. And I love peach fromage frais. Yeah, that's quite good as well. Genuinely surprised by some of this. Strange that it has it in French and German, but not in English. Whatever. And our drink that we made up, cocoa, in our mug with lots of cats on it. You may notice a recap of the theme with the cat mugs. It smells really nice. I tell you what it smells like. It smells like if you ever go to the hotel again. If you go to a hotel and they give you those sachets of coffee, sugar, tea and all that. Sometimes they give you these ones of Galaxy hot chocolate. This smells like Galaxy hot chocolate. And we were staying in a hotel with me nana. And every night we were just drinking Galaxy hot chocolate and watching the telly. It was nice. Red hot like. I haven't let it cool down very much. It smells like Galaxy hot chocolate, but it's nowhere near as sweet. It's more of a refined chocolatey taste. It's the difference between dark chocolate and milk chocolate, I suppose. Maybe it's more catered to a French palate, but again, it's not unpleasant. I think I shall finish off some of these things. Not the quinoa coffee bar, because it is awful. But the biscuits are nice, the muesli's quite nice. The weird peach fromage frais bar's nice. This is nice, and I imagine it would be nicer if it wasn't molten hot. Okay, this is the lunch menu. So we've got beef lasagna, pate of sardines, salty crackers, cup of tea, bar of chocolate, and pate de fruits. This lasagna may not look all that appetising, but that's because I've had to bash it about a bit to make sure it was fully cooked. But it's got lots of cheese in it, lots of mince, big sheets of pasta. It's just come off the heat, so I'm going to give that a minute. Also, we were given this little rubbish plastic spork. So, balls to that, I'm going to use a metal knife and fork. Right, I'm going to have a crack at this sardines. Whew, that fucking stink. Absolute stink they do. And, yeah, it looks a bit like cat food. Just a bit like cat food. Looks like someone's mixed cat food with tuna. Right. On the biscuit. I'm going to try the biscuit dry first, actually. That may be a mistake. It's incredibly salty. That tastes like someone dropped a Jacob's cream cracker in the sea, left it on a sun lounger to dry, and then went to eat it. Yeah, I don't think you can eat those dry. There's probably a reason why you get this pate. It's okay, but it's very, very salty, very fishy. Okay, it's okay at first, and then it gets bloody awful. Yeah. Yeah. No, that is not for me at all. I didn't think it would be, so this can go to Jet. in a minute. He's actually sat next to me watching. He knows. He knows. Oh, how he knows. Right, lasagna. Let's have a go at this. This better be nice because it was a pain in the ass to cook. Smells alright. Yeah, that's fine actually. I could happily eat that on a regular basis. That's a very nice lasagna. It's certainly better than the sort of microwavey ready meal sort of lasagnas that we're used to in this country. Alright, tea. If you're British, you'll notice something immediately wrong with this tea. No friggin' milk. Didn't come with any milk or cream or anything. So I'm quite disappointed with that. So I'm basically just going to drink black tea. Yeah, there's a reason we put milk in tea. I think I'm going to have to cheat and put some milk in that to make it palatable. Because it's not really nice on its own. Right, pate de fruits. Pate de fruits I can't open, so I'm going to have to resort to using a knife. Righto. Inside, it's like... what would you say that is? It's like sugared fruit. But it is nice. Very, very sweet. And finally, this chocolate. Incredibly dark. Very dark chocolate. And that gets a thumbs up from me. Very good chocolate. Now here's the test. Will Jet eat this? Jet will eat that. Jet'll rag it off the fork. Is that nice? Yeah, I don't know, cats never listen to the... Right, this nuggety bar, I had something very, very similar to it in the British rations that I reviewed. It looks near identical. I wouldn't be surprised to find it was the same thing. Yeah, that's the same thing. That's just your standard, very sweet nugget with bits of dried, I'm going to say cranberry, maybe orange. I don't know, but it's very nice. I want to finish that. I'm going to finish that quite happily. I brought some crackers along to go with the rancid soup, but those crackers are like the saltiest thing on the face of the earth, and the smell of this soup, I honestly don't think it needs any more salt. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think it needs it at all. So let's try the creme caramel in a tin, which, looking at it, looks less like a creme caramel and more like some sort of gelatinous blob of something. I don't even know. It smells like creme caramel though. It's not creme caramel. Or is it? It's very different to creme caramel. Jet, stop eating that. I honestly don't know if that's creme caramel or not. It's got the same sauce, the same flavour, but it doesn't have the same texture. It's less of a soft pudding and more like a very, very soft cake. And to be fair, on the tin it did say gatto. Or maybe I misread it. If anyone knows what this is, just let me know. It's nice, whatever it is. I'm going to say it's a very French sort of creme caramel. Let's just stick with that. Right, grapefruit drink. And all the powder's risen to the surface. These powdered drinks are really difficult to get right. I think it's an art. I think if you were in the military, you drink them all the time, you'd eventually master said art. That's vile. That's rank. Oh, God, that's awful. And I didn't think anything would be that bad. Oh. It tastes like... Oh, mate, what is that? It just smells like artificial... Oh, it tastes really artificial. It tastes like a lot of artificial sweeteners mixed together with, like, vague... Yeah, that's really unpleasant. And to be fair, I now have to try this soup that absolutely stinks. It smells like rotten fish. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to burn that cup. I think I'm gonna have to burn it. I'm gonna have to put it in an incinerator and then bury the ashes 50 foot deep under a layer of concrete. What is that? Who likes that? If anyone likes that, I feel the need to now track them down and eliminate them, because that should not be allowed. That, and Jet's now licking the sauce on the creme caramel. Behave. Bad for your teeth. No, just what's on the fork. Leave what's in the tin alone. Smell this soup. Oh, you're not, are you? I think even the smell's a bit too much for him. He's licking his lips and then he's like, what is this? Jet, do you want some soup? Do you want some rancid soup? How about if I put a little bit on the fork? Will you lick it then? No, he's changed his mind. Even Jet doesn't want it. It's too fishy even for a cat. That is how bad it is. The fish is so strong, even a cat does not want it. He just wants more of this hot pot. He keeps trying to steal it when I'm not looking.